Take your time.
All right, we are live. We are live. We live in.
All right, we are live.
Yes, we are. Yeah, first live stream in like I don't know what years, I guess. I mean, for me anyway. This is your first time being here, so yeah.
Yeah. Just Spaceberg 101, the guy who makes push videos. So
Yeah, but you do more than that. You make like movie reviews.
Yeah, I make movie reviews.
Yeah, which I'm gonna say this right now. If anybody cares, I know people don't care. I am going to make a separate channel where it is going to be a movie review thing, because this channel is littered with copyright, and I want to make money. I know that's the harshest thing to say, but it's kind of true.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah, and besides, yeah, there's a lot of interesting movie stuff going on. So let's talk about the elephant in the room with the Sonic one.
Oh yeah, the Sonic movie. Yeah. Well, I did like the trailer. The trailer was a good trailer. It didn't spoil everything that was gonna happen.
He said he thought it was good.
So
And it's a much more faithful sequel than the Angry Birds movie 2. I should put that in your head because that is the worst movie in existence. I don't care if Van Erman did the movie; it's still bad.
Yeah, I can agree. I do not like the Angry Birds movie 2. I would give it I would only give it a 2 out of 10, and that's being generous.
Oh, Space Friend. Speaking of ranking, you heard of this guy named Chef Frilla's Productions? You know, the Tamatoa guy?
Yeah.
He did a ranking of all Sony Pictures animation films. And do you know where he put the Angry Birds movie 2? You want to guess? You want to guess?
Yes, number 8.
Close. 7.
7. Probably one of the best Sony animation movies. I mean, we let's admit we all knew that Spider-Verse was going to be freaking the number 1. Of course, Spider-Verse is a great film, but why the Angry Birds movie 2?
You want me to read his entire ranking system for all the movies he did for Sony?
Yeah.
1 is Spider-Verse, of course. 2 is Mitchell's vs. the Machines. 3 is the original Cloudy. 4th is Arthur Christmas. 5 is the Pirates, the scientist. The one where it's the scientist. 6 is Surf's Up with Shia LaBeouf. 7 is the Angry Birds movie 2. Boo! Goosebumps has Jack Black in it. Vivo has Lin-Manuel Miranda. What is it with animated films and Lin-Manuel Miranda as of late? I don't know. 10 is the sequel to Cloudy. 11 is the second Hotel Transylvania. 12 is Wish Dragon. 13 is Peter Rabbit. 14 is Hotel Transylvania 1. 15 is Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween. 16 is Hotel Transylvania 3, aka the shitty one. Number 17 is Open Season. And below that, it is Scared Silly, then The Lost Village, The Star, The Emoji Movie, Open Season 2, Smurfs 2, and Smurfs, but it was a tie. Open Season 3, and Surf's Up to Wave Mania. The one where Mr. McMahon basically drank milk out of a fish's ass.
Mm-hmm. That is a scene that I will never forget. Actually, fun fact about Surf's Up 2. I haven't seen the first one, but I have seen the second one. And fun fact, I actually saw it when I heard that my park near me, National Park, was freaking making those little projector screens to show us a feature-length film, and they showed Surf's Up 2. I'm not kidding.
Let's go, man. Get out of your house.
Whoa.
Get out of your head.
That's pretty much like saying that you're presenting that in a kid's nursery school. when you go to a dentist and you see like a family film, you think, oh, it's cool. But the film they chose was Joker. You know, a movie not made for kids. You know, it's that kind of thing.
Like, it was just the most advertising bullshit I've ever seen. It isn't the worst animated film I've ever seen. I have seen worse, and I mean worse animated garbage, but it's just not good. It really isn't.
You know what else isn't good?
The Angry Birds movie too.
Oh, am I really that predictable? I was talking about. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true, but I was actually talking about the not emoji movie, the Loud House movie. You know, the one where basically it's Scottish.
Yeah, that's literally all the film is. I made a review on it, and I'm not trying to sound like a fucking narcissist. I'm just saying, you know.
Hey, it's fine. YouTubers do a lot of plugins. It's like here's a little aside. I want to say this. Why is it that like 1 year it's like Raid Shadow Legends and the other year it's like Honey or Squarespace? I don't get it. I don't get the trend.
Yeah, like Raid Shadow Legends has actually died down. I barely even see people talk about it. I mean, all I see are just commercials and ads for the dang thing.
Yeah. Ugh. Anyways, continue what you were saying. About you not being a narcissist.
Yeah, but although I'm not a narcissist, I will say right now, to save you the time, that the Loud House movie is a train wreck of a film. I actually laughed after I saw it, not because I enjoyed it, but because they thought it would be a theatrical release. Someone at Nickelodeon was like, "Oh, you know what? Screw Glitch Teens. We're gonna make the Loud House movie. Screw any or all cartoons that could make a new fan base. Let's just ignore it and make the Loud House movie, so the Loud House fans can stop sending us death threats." You know?
I mean, to be fair though, it's a Netflix exclusive, so it's not really theatrical.
Well, here's the thing. It was supposed to be theatrical until, the whole virus and, since the movie was quote-unquote finished.
I mean, I'll say that, though. That's a positive. We saved ourselves from a train wreck, in theaters. Because I have a feeling, and yes, people have basically said it was bad, but if it was on, that streaming service, not a streaming service, but in the theaters, exclusively, people would be mad at it anyway. So it's a lose-lose situation.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you never really know. I just don't like the Loud House movie. I mean, I don't like the show at all. Let me make that very clear. And I do have a feeling that some Loud House fanboys are gonna be saying that I'm the worst person in the world for not liking a show that is a 10 out of 10 to them.
Oh yeah. Also, the sin is that they not only made one. One's fine, or not really fine. That's actually disastrous. But they made a live action one.
Yeah, I don't know if it's out yet, and to be honest, I'm probably not gonna watch it. Probably for my own sanity, because I could do enough with Lincoln Loser, because that's all Lincoln is, a loser.
Yeah, pretty much. He is a. Yeah, he is a bit of a loser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It really isn't. It just really isn't. It's the equivalent.
Yeah. And then, I also am. Well, and the weird thing is that certain things. It's like, so hold on. Let me repeat. So there's a lot of hype regarding the Spider-Man No Way Home.
Mm-hmm. And
I mean, I don't know about me, but I do appreciate the MCU to do like a bold move and try to make any movie canon. But I think that's also a sin because even though I like the idea of a shared universe, don't get me wrong, I love the idea, it kind of detriments the whole thing about like these movies being a separate thing and not being a part of like a giant universe type thing. Because to me, it loses the individuality these movies have. You know, if it's now in the MCU, it's now going to be treated as an MCU film and not a Sam Raimi Spider-Man film or an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man film or heck, even like a Tim Miller Deadpool movie. You know, on their own.
I see.
I mean, to be fair, the last one was pretty much a far stretch, but even then, you know, they, would try to. But even then, hey, Deadpool's in the MCU now, so he's confirmed to be in it.
Well, I can understand where you're coming from, but in my opinion, I actually kind of like and also dislike it because it's cool to see that all these other films, freaking, are connected in some sort of miraculous way. Haha, but joking aside, I also hate it because that means that bad Marvel narratives like the Netflix Marvel shows are now canon because they're all shared in the same universe because of this whole multiversal war saga that,
I mean,
Marvel is
it's
pulling
not
out.
even the multiverse thing. I think it's actually stated in canon that stuff like Daredevil is coming. Because here's the thing, Daredevil is confirmed to be in the No Way Home. And in Hawkeye, which I know you dislike, but that would be another
I hate the show. Let me just say it right now. I'm sorry to interrupt, but let me just say that Hawkeye as a show, it is the worst Marvel show. I am not kidding. After I was done watching the first two episodes of Hawkeye, this is what I legitimately did. I legitimately screamed in a pillow and yelled, "This is so cliche." Because the plot convenience. Oh my dear God, the plot convenience. I didn't want to go into this show wanting to hate it. I don't do that, but I came out and it got worse and worse.
And not only that, now they're having something about like the Kingpin returning. It's not confirmed, but it is, stated in Echo's like bio that she is somehow related to the Kingpin. Which I mean, I'll be fair though. I do think the Kingpin should come back in some way since, I think he gained a lot of popularity back, thanks to Spider-Verse. But I don't know. It just feels weird, to see that. But then again, they made Agent Carter re-canon into the MCU thanks to Endgame. So yeah.
I mean, anything can happen with the MCU. I don't know, and I'm probably keep in mind I skipped out on Loki. I have seen What If because it's technically its own thing. Keyword technically. Um, But after I saw Hawkeye, I just noticed every single piece of plot convenience, unlikable characters, cliches, bad writing.
Idiot plot. What you're describing is basically a common symptom that all shows and TV movies or just movies in general have. Idiot plot.
It is literally idiot plot. It is nothing else but a stupid idiot plot. Like it's so cliche and like and when I saw that Hawkeye was what had to learn about the girl's identity because she stole the Ronin suit, I was like, of course, of literally, of
I,
course.
I even saw like a neurotic video, and he even said Hawkeye is just the Kate Bishop show with Hawkeye.
It's just so. stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much. There is no other way to describe it. No other way. I simply hate it. It still not only bothers me, but also shocks me how people how some people shit on some on films like Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs or freaking The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I know it's a show, but when they say, "Oh, they're not good," but then they look at Hawkeye and they're like, "This is good. Yes, this is good." If you
I
like
mean,
a show with plot convenience, so many references that it would even make the fanboys say too much, and the amount of times you will say, "Of course," then I don't know what to tell you. I guess the Star Wars prequels are probably the best movies of all time, if you're going by that logic. I'm not
yeah,
saying
but
every moviegoer who likes Hawkeye is like this, but
yeah,
I'm just
it's
saying.
just weird, and it's like, I mean, we could be seeing like a bit of a. I've seen some people call Phase 4 Phase 4, and I'm just gonna be honest. I haven't seen any of the films in Phase 4 like at all, so I don't know if I agree with them. But just from what I'm hearing, it sounds like a train wreck.
I mean, it's not really going anywhere. The Marvel shows are just, taking all the attention. Like, oh, you want this? Oh, you're getting that. Oh, yeah, you're getting every single thing. Like, the shows just have so much lore dump, and it's all right to have lore. I encourage stories to have a ton of lore, but the problem is, it's just not worth it.
I mean,
It
they're
literally
making.
isn't, because the end result is a cliche, cluttered up mess.
Well, there's some things I got to tell you, Space Red. One, they're going to make a Echo spin-off TV show,
Neat.
and second, they're also going to make an I Am Groot show.
Okay. I know that Groot had his own side adventures in the comics, but really? Really?
They're also going to make an animated like Spider-Man like prequel thing where he's like a freshman or something.
That doesn't. What is Disney doing? I thought Disney was doing well with Marvel. Now they're just throwing anything at a wall to see if it fits. And
Wait,
I
hold
and
on,
I
hold on.
swear I am not watching the rest of Hawkeye.
Wait, hold on. Have you heard of you've seen that What If episode about zombies?
Yes.
They're gonna make a show out of it now.
Oh yeah, because it's not like we have too much zombie things around. Oh yeah, it's not like we have World War Z, The Walking Dead, Plants vs. Zombies, Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood, and so many more.
Wait, hold on. Let me actually get all of these like newer shows because I have like a plethora of them. So I know some of them include. I know She-Hulk's coming. You know, female Hulk.
Yes, I know.
Then wait, hold on. Let me actually get the Phase 4 on the MCU wiki. Okay, so the series outside of WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, and Blank Eye, we have Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Secret Invasion, Ironheart, Armor Wars, I Am Groot, Echo, Agatha, House of Darkness, Spider-Man Freshman Year, and Marvel's Zombies, along with the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
So much Marvel. It's just that it's freaking too much. It's too much Marvel. I understand. Like, remember when people back during the original when COVID was still like a threat, and it kind of still is, but when it was like a huge threat, like there was barely any Marvel to be seen. Now it's just Marvel this, Marvel that, Marvel. I love Marvel, but this is a big this is a bit kind of turning into oversaturation.
I signed up for the dishwasher.
Yeah, and also Moon Knight has Oscar Isaac take the role.
Okay. Well,
And basically, Moon Knight is Marvel's Batman.
all right. But can we please change the subject about, frickin' Marvel? Because we've been talking about Marvel way too long. The stream is starting to become a Marvel stream. I'm not trying to
Hey.
sound rude.
Hey, it's not like it's not like thing, it's like a general topic type thing. We can talk about whatever the hell we want.
All right, well, how about South Park? Have you seen?
Wait, hold on. You're gonna mention something about the post-COVID movies, aren't you?
Yes, I will. You know me well.
I know modern society too much. Well, so South Park. For the audience who don't know, South Park is making 14 of these specials. Yes, 14. And basically, what's going to happen is that, two of them so far seem to be taking place in the future, in which all the boys are now adults, and all the adults are now cynical old men.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, though, I like the ironic thing about Cartman being a Jewish rabbi.
Mm-hmm. That is pretty ironic, not gonna lie, but I know he might be faking it. I mean, it is Cartman after all.
I don't think he's faking it. I don't think he's faking it.
I mean, it could go the Binding of Isaac way, and do something with a character's religious backgrounds, but I don't know. Not the creators. I mean, like the
characters.
The characters, yes.
Yeah, but I think it would be kind of cool if like Cartman actually stuck to his word. For once.
Mm-hmm.
I just find that kind of ironic, And besides, maybe there could be like a little battle of Kyle and Cartman, for real. And Kyle, blames him for everything, that happens to him. But maybe it could be like he's just obsessed with Cartman so much that he has like this hatred for him. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
We don't know. Like, there could be 14 of these specials. Like, I'm just hoping that like this isn't the new South Park. Well, not the new. I mean the freaking new standard.
Well, the second one involves the older guys going back in time.
So I guess the kid here, like Kyle, Cartman, all the other characters are going to stay adults.
Well, no, it's from what I'm getting from the sequel. Stan, Kyle, and Cartman are going to go back in time to basically find a way to stop COVID. Which in this version, COVID began by basically Mickey Mouse and Randy basically doing what all.
Mm-hmm. They do whatever they want, so to say.
Oh my god. Why is that funny to me that Disney caused the pandemic?
Maybe it's because it makes too much sense.
Maybe since, Disney is like the equivalent of Soviet Russia at this point.
Mm-hmm. It's just going to keep taking over and taking over and taking over. You know what I mean?
Assimilate.
Mm-hmm.
It's all part of the assimilation process of our Lord, of the satanic ritual of Pisney.
I see. Like, how Sora got into Smash Bros?
Yeah, I'm aware that Sora's in Smash Bros. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty unexpected, but this means Disney practically owns Nintendo. I mean, they couldn't have just, done another Fire Emblem character, right?
or just had another purple character like Rayman or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Disney doesn't really own the character.
I mean, but it is technically considered a Disney character. Keyword technically.
Wait a minute. Does that mean that Chris from Sonic X is a Disney character? My God.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Chris. Chris. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chris is Chris, Everyone hates Chris.
And everybody hates Disney, so we're even.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, let's see. What else is on the top of my tongue? So, and then, they also released a trailer for the new Superdog, like DC Legend of the Super Pets, aka Warner Brothers' attempt of Secret Life of Pets. You know why? Because both have Kevin Hart in it.
Man, everything is... I'm not going to play off the stupid meme on how there's always freaking Kevin Hart and Chris Pratt and everything, because...
Apparently Keanu Reeves is in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
Oh, and Sonic's in the movie too, Ben Schwartz. Why do I have the strangest suspicion that he's going to play the Flash or the Atom? Because, if he plays the why did I say Flash? The Flash, it would be fast, but, since Sonic. But then again, he would play the Atom, who is blue, and Ben Schwartz loves blue, apparently. So... I mean, hey, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
And there's also a Wile E movie called Wile E versus Acme or something. And, it's Coyote versus Acme. Yeah, Coyote versus Acme.
I mean, I got a question.
What
have you played any other video games besides, Angry Birds?
Well, I mean, most video games that I played were like common, like mobile games. I do occasionally play Animation Domination. The card game with like all the adult shows.
All right.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Penky, why do you torture me? God.
No tension.
I hate to sound like this, but yeah, I'm gonna admit this. I'm the most controversial Angry Birds fan out there. Like, period. I'm the most controversial.
Bro. You know that I have my controversial opinions on, the Angry Birds community, the Angry Birds games, Angry Birds fan base. To this point, I literally pretend that the Angry Birds franchise does not exist. Unless if they make a a third movie, then I'm just going to forget about the franchise. I'm done. I still love it with all my heart. It's just, I just don't like it.
So wait, so what you're saying is that you'll follow the franchise, but at the same time, you couldn't care less?
Well, I kind of am ignoring the franchise unless, it makes a third movie, because the Angry Birds 2, the movie 2, it was the final nail in the coffin for me at least. Unless they make a third movie, I'm not going to play the rest of the other games,
Yeah.
or because all the other games are just, there. They're just boring. They're not fun. And yes, I know you like Angry Birds Reloaded, but I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
mean, I said this to Space Red, but I'm gonna say this right now publicly, and I know people are gonna hate me for saying this. In fact, I know people are gonna hate me for this because literally people hate me based off of the chat. But I think bringing back the classic games was a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, he does have his reasons, to be fair. Like, everyone has their reasons.
Right? And before you basically, say, hold on a minute. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. Pretty much, here's my reasoning. See, even though that Katie did do some stuff bad, like the Angry Birds movies, some of the games that aren't faithful. But here's the thing, though. It's like we live in a time where it's like we have games that are like recreations, like remasters. And hey, I'm all up for remasters. I'm gonna be honest. I'm all up for remasters. But just by bringing back the classic games doesn't really change much. Like, what are you adding to it? Because if you just have the original games, that means the fans that like those original games are just biased to them. Even though I understand people love the classic games and I'm not bashing them for it. What I am, though, is that if, they just use the classic games, they won't make any new things to improve themselves over. It's like, how can we take the slingshot formula but put it in a way that makes it feel grand? Because here's the thing, and I'm going to be honest. I think people are going to click more on the classic games than saying the newer ones like Angry Birds Next, because the fans are going to be biased again to the classic formula, and if something goes too far from the classic formula or something like that, then apparently it's like the equivalent of one of the 7 deadly sins.
Mm.
I know what I said sounds like bullshit, bullcrap to you, but trust me, I think that, bringing back the classic games is a mistake. Reloaded is fine. It's fine. I'll be honest, it's fine. But just bringing back the classic games won't change anything. I think it's just going to hinder the company back. Because, see, here's the thing. I know Sega is doing, the Sonic Origins, game pack with all the classic games. And guess what? That's fine to me. Because, it has this idea, that kids, could, go into them and play them, in a modern light, which I'm fine with. I'm perfectly fine with. But the thing is, with Angry Birds, it's like people, I'm being honest, most of these newer kids are gonna be introduced to the franchise because of the movies. And they're gonna be like, wait, where's Silver? Why does she look different? Something like that. So in other words, I appreciate the fact that the fans did bite tooth and nail to make this happen, but I think it's a hindrance rather than like a step forward.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, I understand the fans have a say, but sometimes they can be a little bit too excessive. Like, just to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I think I can hear the dislikes coming.
Well, at least YouTube made that stupid dislike thing.
I mean, I have the ability that I can actually still see the dislikes. I can still see them. I got like a Chrome extension.
All right.
And all that. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Space Thread, I have a question. What's your thoughts on the name Artiverse?
Artiverse?
Yeah, Artiverse.
What is Artiverse?
Hold on. I'm new to this like YouTube like this platform. So how do I like send something? Oh yeah, private chat. Here we go. Artiverse. This is Artiverse.
Alright, I don't know how to feel. That's my
I mean,
question.
do you know what that name is supposed to be of?
No.
It's the name I gave of Tiffany's series.
I see. Artiverse. Oh yeah, Artiverse. I remember. It's a really weird name, so to say. Artiverse.
But hey, it beats calling it like Tiffany's series, like she owns it. Which I mean, technically she does, but really other people own it. So yeah, calling it like Tiffany's series is kind of an understatement. And also, I know that there's two people that basically hate me now. In this like chat thing with Lockie and Penke. Yes, I'm calling you two out because what I'm gonna say, they basically hate me because of my quote unquote controversy within the series.
I must feel
So,
really awkward for them.
well, yeah, but I mean, they said stuff like, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it because for one, it's inappropriate. It's really inappropriate.
All right.
But I'll hold on. So basically, what this controversy was that when I was at part of Tiffany's series as a writer, director, all that, I was considered apparently I was considered a control freak.
How so?
Because I wanted things my way, a certain way. Like I had like all these like ideas. I remember Lockie saying it in the Tiffany server before Party deleted it because I don't know, I guess evidence of my existence. But he said that I was a control freak. Some of my ideas weren't the best. Like one of my ideas was like there's this like fairy character named Maddie, and I was imagining her as a bad guy because okay, I'll just say this right now. There's plans of making Iphos, the main villain, sympathetic, and I'm like, why do a sympathetic villain if if you're just ruining the villain thing? That's to me. I like a redemptive villain story. Like I'll be honest, I love redeeming villains, but there comes a time and a place when redeeming villains can work. Like if they can work or don't work.
All right.
Yeah. So they didn't like that idea. They also didn't like some of the ideas. Like I remember Xander saying that. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, and I think I'm wrong in this case. But I believe he said he didn't like the 20-minute runtime that the Angry Birds 2 edition had.
Hmm.
I mean, shouldn't specials be like 30 minutes or an hour long? So I don't know what that is.
Hmm.
But what I do know is that the special, I mean, okay, I'm just getting down to the point. So I was going to write a Scooby special of my own called the Scooby Doo Curse of the Golden Egg, but I was kicked out of being writer because apparently they thought I had some messed up ideas in there, some gore, and all that. But the weird thing is that the gore is just one thing. It's just one thing. You know, Leonard getting stabbed. And even then, it could be like a quick cutaway. You know, I was trying to raise up the ante a little bit. You know, actually have some drama, some stakes, you know, in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also the fact that in the special, certain characters were, you know, Leonard dies, and it was going to lead into the space special and make it a conclusive little trilogy sort of thing. And what was, you know, my idea was that in the space special, Hector Porco comes, there's like this invasion thing, and then the timeline resets. Well, not really timeline resets, but just reboots itself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sets it to normal, sort of.
All right.
Because I had this like idea where it was like, Colorful Island was actually like this abandoned island, but it was protected by a force field, and and Tiffany was pretty much using it as a way of shielding every conflict, you know, out there in existence. You know, all One Division style.
I see.
Yeah. So another idea I had in mind, you know, was that another idea I had in mind in terms of like the overall like scope of like the story was that in the Scooby Doo special, I did not portray Don Bacon as a Donald Trump stereotype. I did not. That was all Harvey's doing. My version actually had him more as a conqueror and explorer on islands, but he got possessed by the golden egg and has become a zombie sort of dealio. And he wants the golden egg back so that he could resurrect himself. I mean, I know Space Red. I know you may have heard this. You may have heard this, you know, several times at this point. I was just saying to the YouTube audience who don't know about this.
All right. I'm
add
still here.
Add some context, but yeah, really a bit of a shame that some of these ideas go into fruition. I mean, I do like some of the episodes in season 2. Like, there's an episode that's actually kind of legitimately good. But the only thing I'm worried about is the voice acting. Tiffany, if you're watching this, don't mess up the voice acting. The episode is brilliantly written, and I'm being honest with myself. It is honestly goodly written, and don't mess up the voice acting. Just don't mess it up. It's just my one cautionary thing. Don't mess it up.
I see.
Yeah. Also, hello, Orange Bird. or you get shout out. You have a nice little
Yeah.
shout.
Hello, Orange Angry Bird. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah. So also Space Red. I sent the screenshot in DMs.
Alright, so let me just check real quick and yep. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see the switch up.
Is it Cammy leaving today though?
So, stream's going pretty well, don't you think? I mean, it's going pretty long, so you know.
Hey, people love long content like this. They love it.
Yeah, so I think we'll go for like another hour. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Dare I say, why not?
Yeah, maybe 10, 20 we'll stop, maybe. I mean, I know there's different time zones, but you know.
Yeah.
The more you know, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, and also, but yeah, and also, I'll be honest, I kind of left the Angry Birds fandom as well due to some of the community's like weird decisions as of late. I mean, so yeah.
I see where you're coming from.
Oh yeah, and the space threat. Did I show you that thing?
Now what?
Uh, let me get it real quick. Oh, and Orange Bird wants to join apparently. I'll let him join.
All right.
I mean,
Let's just not get, too carried away with this, you know?
hey, we're not getting carried away. We're not carried away. With this.
I said let's not get carried away. I'm
I
not
know.
saying we are getting carried away.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not
All right.
gonna try to carry this away.
All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. I know you were warning me. But yeah. Okay, Orange Bird, I sent link, to the thing. I don't see you yet.
Maybe he's getting, set up.
Yeah, set up. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. But, yeah.
Pretty silly movie.
Space Red here. Oh wait, we have someone. There he is.
Hello, Orange.
Hello there.
Hey.
So, welcome to the whatever stream where we stream about whatever, basically,
Yeah, whatever comes up, to our minds.
Thanks for the welcome. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, no problem. So,
Oh yeah, it's also the 12th anniversary of Angry Birds. Yay, we can celebrate all of the terrible decisions
I
the
know.
franchise made.
Let's face it. If we talk about every single problem with the angry with the controversy, the constant tie-ins, the terrible new games, and literally everything else, then we will practically be here for the end of time.
Why not? Why not start on it?
I have something funny to show you.
Oh, what is it?
Give me a minute.
I'm Spider-Man.
What? Did you just show us like Teen Titans Go?
Yeah, I forgot to turn it off. Okay, I turned it off.
All right.
Now.
I'm Spider-Man.
I'm pretty sure Spider-Man doesn't sound like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I know
I
it's
get
just
it.
a joke.
I mean, I get what you're referencing. I get what you're referencing. You know, Blue Justice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I need to change.
I'm Blue Justice.
Better.
So let's discuss on all the problems with Rovio. I'm gonna go real fast, so we won't spend 3 years on the subject. The constant stupid tie-ins, all the terrible merchandise, looking at the Angry Birds popsicles, the freaking controversy, the weird fan fiction, the weird fan art.
I used to have that.
Popsicles.
Yeah, I even got the SpongeBob, Sonic, and the Angry Birds one.
I know.
But I
I have
get the
heard that
Mario
there
one
was Angry
because-
Birds popsicles, but I never had one. Sad.
Yeah.
Sad moment.
The Bring Back 2012 moment, you know. What else? What else is bad? There's plenty of stuff. What's a good one? Oh yeah, the stupid decisions that they make.
Don't forget about the movies. The movies are kind of bad.
Oh yeah, the movies. The first one was good, but the second one can honestly go jump off a bridge while kamikazing itself.
Another thing that's bad is some of the newer series they're doing. I mean, what are they even doing at this point?
What is Slingshot Stories? What is Dream Blast?
What is Makerspace? What is On the Run? What is any of this?
I mean, On the Run is the only one I kind of enjoy.
I think we
But
need to
that's
bring back
because
the
it's in
old
plush
games,
form.
Well, season 2 is
because this has just gone too far.
I mean, Angry Birds On the Run is fine, in my opinion. But that's only because it's plushified and the fact that
they
the
even
birds
bring
being
back
in real
the
life.
Telepizza's plushies.
Yeah.
And it's actually really funny. It's kind of like all the other series, but done better. Sorry.
And how did they move their eyebrows?
That's what we like to call kind of like, you know how in the Muppets movies where you can't really see the puppeteers? This is kind of like that.
Yeah.
They edit out their hands.
Oh yeah, speaking of puppeteers, the puppeteers that did the series also did Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Alright.
Just thought I would let you know about that. But let's see, what's another stupid decision? Oh yeah, some of the newer games. They kind of are bad.
No, they are bad.
Reloaded is just somehow a terrible version of the first Angry Birds game, but it's lazy. It's like it reuses the levels from that, but it also
Wait, before we
reuses the
keep
same
talking
levels.
about that, let me tell a joke. Let me tell a joke. I got a good one.
What that?
What do you call Patrick that is in the money?
What do you call Patrick that's in the money?
Starbucks. It's Starbucks.
Yeah, but moving on.
Get it?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Now I want a starfish into my face.
I think we ran out of things to talk about.
No.
I think we did.
Well, I think I'm gonna go. Do you think we should end the stream?
I honestly, what? Hey, hold up a minute. What?
What's going on?
Oh my God. Okay, so a little context. Okay, so both. Orange is gone. So, Space Rider. Look at this. There's 7 people on Hero's stream now. 7.
What? I thought that there could only be like 5.
6. Or 6. There's 7. There's 7. Oh wait, now it's 6. But it was 7.
So they just kicked us out. Did they, or did they just,
I mean, to be honest, we willingly kicked ourselves out.
But that was because it was getting really stupid, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just, I don't understand, like, why, it's all Angry Birds related. I mean, I understand it's the 12th anniversary, but I don't know, it doesn't work well. But yeah, there's like 7 people on the thing. How come when we were on there was only like 6, but there's 7? Did
Orange is back.
Yeah, Orange is back. I invited him back.
But, continue, Kitty Craft.
I'm about to turn 12.
It's like there was 7. When we were in there was 6. It was a giant conundrum. Did the hero pay the monies to allow more members in? Because that's what it seems like.
Guess what I got online?
What?
What'd you get?
That's the original. The original.
Original. Hang on, let me get my Switch.
Alright.
So do you think we should, end the stream? Or no? I'm just asking.
I don't think so.
Well, what else do we have to talk about?
I thought of one thing.
That would be...
We could explain, we're on YouTube, and there's something that both of us wanted to do very much on it. Something big with the 2 of us.
I know where you're going with.
Where am I going
This.
with this?
You want to turn the stream into a review of the Angry Birds movie 2.
Correct.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is it okay if I show a funny video?
So long as if it doesn't interfere with copyright strikes.
Don't worry, it's not copyrighted. It's just a recap.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a
it's the
recap
ultimate
version of
SpongeBob Season 1 recap.
Yeah.
I can tell because
Remember that part where Patrick screams like a shark puppet?
To be honest, I haven't seen that thing. So
Anyway, let's start off from the
It's okay. I
beginning.
won't show the video because it might get demonetized.
yeah.
But
and
I'll show
besides,
the sounds.
most of my content on this channel is pretty. It's pretty much demonetization.
Watch Patrick scream like a shark puppet. That one made me laugh. I like that part.
Oh no. Anyway.
So let's talk. So the
I'll just
movie
mute while you're
begins.
talking.
So the movie begins
Yeah.
where the birds are flying. Oh wow, guys! Did you hear that there are some birds flying? Golly gee!
Yeah. You can tell because I can see piss coming out of one of the hatchlings.
Yep. And let's bring up the first problem with the movie. It reuses models.
Oh yeah, it does. Like a lot. And by the way,
I mean, the first movie did reuse its models every now and again, but they get really carried away in the sequel.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm a guy that is like continuity driven. Like I'm a guy that likes, a continuous story, that continues on. So if I see, the abomination that is Jojo Siwa partnered up with Betty, as apparently that's its mom. Why? Oh yeah, that's another negative the movie already presents us with. Continuity. Because I
not
freaking
interrupting.
hate consistent continuity. And
The movie just hates continuity to the point where you can legitimately see, and they literally address errors. They keep reminding you that the first film did happen.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
what is it?
Me after summer break. That doesn't sound funny at all, is it?
I don't.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't see how it was funny, but moving on from that. Space back here. You what?
Oh yeah, like you can they literally address it. Like the first movie did happen, but to the point where where you can legitimately see continuity errors, and it's not even about slingshotting birds anymore.
Yeah, for some reason, and this is the thing that actually makes me mad. Apparently, they changed the entire conflict between the birds and the pigs. Because who cares about the birds and pigs fighting against the eggs? That's too simple. Instead, let's make it a giant prank war. Because apparently that's somehow better.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Somehow better than that. I don't get it.
how? Like, is it because freaking I don't know. The pigs wanted to eat the eggs because they were starving, I guess, or just wanted a good snack. But nope. Let's turn them into actual good, non-threatening, quote-unquote antagonists.
Oh, and before we continue on, I just want to mention, when there was like this weird video that addresses like some sort of like controversy against the first movie.
And that would be
That apparently they think there's this video called, and I'm gonna say this, there's two of them, is the Angry Birds racist right-wing propaganda. There's even a one that's recently that says the Angry Birds movie is a political mess. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see where I'm going with this?
okay. Let me just ask this: how is the Angry Birds movie political? How? How is it political? It's a movie about slingshotting birds, killing green pigs. How is this political?
This is kind of in the same energy as like the Sonic movie's homophobic and racist, but Birds of Prey is a family classic, a family picture, if you will. We don't mind the fact that a character explodes with gory details or people's faces gets cut off, but it's a family picture compared to that right-wing bullshit that is the Sonic movie.
I see.
That's the kind of vibe I'm getting at with this quote-unquote controversy. So, in order to demand by these weirdos, they basically decided to basically tone down the entire conflict to just a petty joke.
It's a literal joke. It's not even a funny joke that's built up well. It's just your stereotypical prank war, like all the birds and pigs have suddenly turned 12.
Yeah. But then again, I'm glad that. But then again, they
And I'm about to
at
turn
least doesn't have
12.
at least it doesn't have like 10-year-olds somehow considered being like non-binary or something.
Alright, well, firstly, I'm sorry, Orange, but, I was just trying to make, kind of a good point. That the birds and pigs were acting immature for, like, even for a kid movie standards. Like, when we have stuff like Looney Tunes, sure, they might be, I'm not gonna say it, they might be wacky and insane and animated. I'm not gonna make the obvious joke, but at least they have character. At least they're subtle. At least it takes time.
Or at least here's the thing. They have personality when they do the comedy. Like say, for example, the short like Duck 'Em Up, my favorite Looney Tunes short. The comedy is that Daffy Duck is pretty much frustrated about that the cartoon keeps on changing. See, and that works. It fits in with his personality, or at least with that artist's rendition of that character's personality anyway. And it works. And then, but that kind of comedy wouldn't work, say, if, Tweety Bird was put in that position. Like if Tweety Bird had the same personality as Daffy, then it wouldn't work. They would rework it to make it work with the character. And that's what makes Looney Tunes shorts work. It fits in with those characters based off of personality. But in the Angry Birds movies case, or not Angry Birds movies, Angry Birds Movie 2's case, they pretty much is like, hey, we have comedy bits, but they don't match up with the characters themselves. At all.
I see. Doesn't
You know,
make sense.
that's just my little 2 cents.
Alright. So
So
after a
so
prank
then-
scene that has no bearing on the plot except for an Isle of Pigs reference is that the pigs do the stupidest garbage that I've ever seen. What they will do is that they will legitimately look in a different direction to notice after years and years on end. They're like, oh.
No, they
like,
realize,
like
no,
there's
no,
a third
they're-
island. There's a third island. Just
No, they're like, huh? A third island? That's impossible. Even though that my family travels to other islands, we never saw that.
yes, this is bullshit. We discovered that there was a third island.
Hey! Don't say that. There's a kid here.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, it's like again, and you know who the character that points out at that? Freaking Aqua.
Show your Angry Birds mugs if you have one.
What?
Freaking Aquafina's the one that points it out. Oh my. Oh yeah. I also love how the movie just doesn't address where Ross is. Like, I mean, to be fair though, Ross didn't really do anything in the first movie, but people love him better than Courtney. So yeah, I don't understand why they had to replace him outside of the message. I guess I don't know.
I see.
And then after that, we are introduced. We then meet our wait. Yeah, we meet our main characters, and Red's like, another successful day at stopping the pigs for doing whatever, just doing whatever. And then the hatchlings are like, yeah, you're a hero, and all that stuff. And yeah, it's pretty much just an introduction of the hatchling style plot, which, don't worry, that's another can of worms right there. And then they notice a balloon, like a note on a balloon, and then it says that the pigs want a truce. They want a truce, not from, to stop the conflict. And then Red's like, hey, stop it. That's you're faking it. And then they're like, no, we're not faking it. This is real. This is reality. And then for some reason the birds are just quickly won over about the fact that the birds and pigs are no longer fighting.
Wait, hold on. Wouldn't it take some, I don't know, time for them to process it?
Well, apparently this bot's moving fast. They're moving fast, so we gotta rush everything as possible. And even the characters say they were sick and tired of doing the bird versus pig conflict. And this was released in the same year that the 10th anniversary was. Yeah, I think people would be a little bit upset about that, don't you think?
I see. They would be upset by that,
Yeah, but and then what comes to fruition is that Red is basically like stressed out about that. It's like, wait, no, this can't be happening. We spent 10 years doing this, and then Chuck randomly is a psychiatrist now. It's like, hey, Red, come over here. You want to talk about your feelings? And then we get to a montage of Red basically being alone while All By Myself is playing in the background. All by myself. Something like that. And here's the thing. The song fits. Like, I'm being honest, the song fits. But the problem is that it's a meme song. It's a meme song. It's like, how am I supposed to take the scene seriously if the main purpose of that scene is just, to show us where it's sad, but then the music plays. So it makes you think, this scene is not taken as seriously. We can laugh at the absurdity of it all.
Let's see.
But yeah. And don't worry, that is a constant thing wrong with the movie. Like, just straight up. I'm just not, we're not doing this like in a consistent manner. It's just, we're just spitballing whatever we can. But yeah, a problem with the movie is that it doesn't take itself seriously. Which, okay, to be fair, some movies don't take themselves seriously. But this is the worst kind of not taking yourself seriously. Because if you sacrifice, all the serious moments just to get a petty joke, you're not funny. You're just plain insulting to the audience's intelligence.
I see.
But,
I mean, I know all this. Me and Kitty Craft, watched the movie together, so we have a understanding of it.
yes. And then we move on to the worst part about the movie. Just saying it. Worst part of the movie coming up. So after that montage, it's like Chuck and Bomb basically forced Red to go somewhere. They're just fantastic friends, aren't they? They're just fantastic. They're the most fantastic, things. But then we move on to the hatchling subplot, which has got to be the worst thing to ever happen in Angry Birds.
Aside from all the awful puzzle games, am I right?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just going to ignore that subplot for now. Or actually, I'm going to ignore that for now. Because
All right.
it's really not important to the story for now. So, yeah.
All right.
So the pegs come in and they're examining the giant ice ball. Yeah, it's an ice ball. That is the most lethal weapon to man. Apparently. I mean, I get it. If you are frozen in ice, yeah, that's messed up. But shooting ice, I don't know how it works. Like, what's it supposed to do? Is it supposed to crush you to death or something? Shrapnel you? I don't know. I don't know at this point. And then we are introduced to the villain, and Margaritaville comes up. And, I mean, okay, Margaritaville, I'm biased. I like Margaritaville being used in the movie. I think it was, a perfect time for that. But, yeah. And then, we're introduced to, Zeta, played by Leslie Jones. And she's like, I want to get out of this island. A frozen wasteland. And I just want somewhere warm, to fit my toes. I am going to get canceled, aren't I? So then, after that, the Red, Chuck, and Bomb go to a speed dating event, and Space Red has said that it's the worst scene in the movie to him.
I'm not kidding. I will explain this scene, Kitty Craft, so you can kind of take a break from speaking, because I think this speaks for me and him on why I personally think that this is the worst scene in the movie, or scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
So after Red, Chuck and Bomb basically drag Red to the speed dating event, we get some pretty unfunny jokes on how, Chuck is quote unquote, hot, even though he isn't. I only said that because the movie thinks he is, apparently. And we get jokes about Bomb eating dirt, and some bird girls find that disturbing, despite the fact that some birds actually do eat dirt.
I mean, to be fair though, Willow seemed to be interested in that. Does Willow have a fetish in? Does Willow have a fetish in like people eating dirt or something?
I mean, then again, this is when Luca was just a prominent child character, and frickin' Dahlia is no longer the smart character. So you can go either way with your interpretation,
Oh yeah, there's also a reference to resting
I
bitch
eat
face.
dirt.
Yeah, there's a reference to resting bitch face with resting bird face. Wow, even the bird puns still exist, except in a minimalistic way, which honestly is better. Like the second movie does better without the puns. I mean, they're still there, but they're not as prominent as before. So I will give it that.
Okay, wait a minute. Are we positively talking about the movie? Okay, so anyways, after that, we get to see Red's side, and it's just where girls are confused at him and are like, "Oh, why are you here?" And he's like, "Well, I don't want to be here." And then they're like, "No, but why are you here?" And he keeps saying it over and over on how he doesn't want to be there, and every girl is just confused because haha funny, haha cringe thing.
Well, actually, one of them's actually horny for Red. Miranda sings. Yeah, Miranda sings Bird. She was horny for Red. Doing
that is a sentence that I don't feel comfortable saying out loud.
Hey, I'm 18. I'm allowed to say this.
All right, chill. I mean, we have enough people on DeviantArt who are basically like that. I shouldn't have said that because now DeviantArt is coming. He's gonna come over to my house and set it on fire.
Yeah. And then there's one particular girl that Red has a very disdain about, and us too.
Yes, and then now we get to the point where Space Red talks about
Silver.
AKA the epitome of my existence.
AKA the worst character in the movie, period.
Like, give Chuck and Bomb this. They're kind of the same character, and even Red at least tries to have some sympathetic motifs.
Leonard is just a straight-up comedic relief at this point. Like,
he's practically Jar Jar Pigs at this point.
I'm surprised. A little side. I'm surprised they didn't use that name instead of Jar Jar Wings. They should have went with your name.
Jar Jar Pigs. Yeah.
Yeah, Jar Jar Pigs. Perfect description of them. But continue.
Thank you. But anyway, like Silver is haha control freak, haha smart character, always gets shunned, and this isn't a topic that we will bring up later, but I feel like it needs to be said later. So after that, Silver basically says on how they're non-binary and how Red is a dumb poo face who is the worst person to ever live. End of story, right? Unless Silver fucking embarrasses and annoys the hell out of Red that he literally bursts out. I am not kidding. And it was all because Silver needed to write it down.
Yeah, it's like the question she writes down is weird. It's like, okay, some of them is like, understandable, like, I'm trying to think of stuff off the top of my head. Oh yeah, there was one question about like, it was like, what do you like to do in your free time, and all that, and what's your superpower and all that, or something like that. But some of the other ones are like these like trivial questions, like would you rather questions, like what's your favorite color? What's your favorite color? And all that stuff. And it's like, what does this have to contribute with science? Like, at all.
What does this have to do with anything, in fact?
But yeah. Oh, and I think it's up to this point we should talk about the movie Silver Design, since we're pretty much breaking down that entire scene of her introduction.
Silver's design isn't good. Let me make that clear.
Yeah. I mean, the worst part about the design to me is the eyes, which I understand the director wanted, to express the eyes, but I'm going to be honest. The eyes are the least expressive part of the human face ever. Outside of like a shock face or like, the eyes dilate between night and day. But it's not real expressive, to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could make the eye expressive, if they did something with it. I mean, that, and Silver doesn't change her eyes. She doesn't change her eyes when it dilates, or if she has like an idea. No, it just stays static. And I'm gonna say this: the Suicide Squad did better with Starro's giant eye than Silver, because Starro doesn't have like eyebrows or a mouth. He has an eye, and yet we understand what his character is going through, what Starro is going through at that moment. But not Silver. No, apparently the eyebrows tell everything, even though it goes against the entire rules that they established with the eyebrows. What the directors wanted anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little spiel. So after that, Red basically is like, "Yeah, screw you. I'm going home to cry," and he does, and he has popcorn. Good popcorn.
Mm-hmm. And he eats butter. I don't even know why Red isn't fat yet.
And then he goes to the door, and Leonard's there.
Mm-hmm. Man, that is.
Then Leonard, allows Leonard to talk, but he ties him up. He ties him up. And then Leonard basically explains, the cliche plots ever, exposits. It's like, we discovered a third island that somehow exists now. And they're planning to destroy us all, even though we have no idea why. I mean, if they're really going to destroy us. I mean, for all we know, this might be an invitation for them to have pizza bagels.
Mm-hmm.
And then Red and Leonard team up officially. And then they recruit Bomb, Chuck, and Mighty Eagle, who is another can of worms, on himself. Huh, would you look at that? Our little review killed. Oh, no, wait, no. We still have one view. And then we go into Avian Academy, where we're reintroduced to Silver. And I think it's up to this point we should talk about one of the many controversies against the movie Silver, besides her design.
And that would be?
The whole, the of lay.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. In my opinion, I think Rey from the Star Wars sequels isn't a Mary Sue, but Silver from the Angry Birds movie 2 is a Mary Sue. Let me explain. So, in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, we learn that Rey used to have a family, and she might still does. And you might think that this gets brought up only like once in Force Awakens, but no. You are being reminded by the trilogy that she used to have a family, and that is her character trying to get over it. And we understand her struggles because we see it. If you ignore all it, I'm not saying that, Star Wars sequels are perfect movies or even hold up to the freaking original trilogy. I'm just saying that it isn't as bad as people say. And if you say that Silver from the Angry Birds movie 2 isn't a Mary Sue, but Rey from the Star Wars prequels is, not prequels, I mean sequels, then I think you have a generally hard time conceiving stories with male and female protagonists. And
Yeah.
and then we get Silver, the other side of the spectrum, where people are saying that she's a compelling character, despite the fact that she is literally just a one. She is a definition of a Mary Sue. You want to know why they add her to the team? It's because she is freaking smart and perfect at everything. We even see this in the movie. We're not even reminded of her family, hopes, dreams. It's just that she gets shunned by everyone at one point. Please feel bad for her. Yeah, please feel bad for her, despite the fact that it was only in one scene. And, no one ever talked about it. And, in the movie, they literally say, oh, we should go with Silver's idea. Silver is the best. Silver is way better than Red. And I'm like, no, she isn't. She is a blank spat of wood who I would be perfectly okay with putting in my fireplace. I don't get it. I really don't.
And you know what the worst part about it is? You're exactly right. But here's the thing. Why recruit a scientist or a brainiac, as the movie presents her as, when you already have a scientist in the team with Gary? Why double dose it? You're double dipping. You're double dipping on it.
There is legit no point to having Silver join just because, she's Chuck's relative and, she's smart and strong and, but this is the second movie, so we gotta make it a literal sequel by adding new characters, new lore.
That just sucks. It really sucks.
It really does.
So then after that, Tobago, the hatchlings do whatever they can because, whatever. And then we get to this top secret meeting. Nothing sells them the idea of a top secret meeting with a giant neon sign.
This is like literally like saying, like putting Area 51 as a freaking McDonald's open 24/7. People are gonna come.
Or better yet, actually, I have nothing to say about it. So then they go through the plan, and for some reason they know where the super weapon is. There's no scene of the briefing. No, wait, scratch that. This is the only scene where they debrief. You know about the plan, and somehow they know about the thing. And I mean, to be fair, there was a drone. I think I should have mentioned that. There was a drone at Eagle Island. that is also doubling as a video projector, apparently.
Huh?
So,
That is so weird, and not in the good type of way. That this is so creative, like Dathomir in Star Wars. I know I'm comparing it to Star Wars, but trust me, I'm going somewhere with this.
I think you are you gonna explain more about that? About what you said, or no?
Oh, sorry. I just accidentally, played a
Yeah,
video
but-
by accident.
Yeah, well, and then Zeta somehow figures out, where they are, and she attacks them, and then they survive. But oh no, Eagle Mountain is destroyed. All of the priceless 13 trophies Mighty Eagle had. What? There is no reason for me to live. No reason.
It's not like I have friends, family, people who actually care about me. No, they destroyed my 13 trophies I got at Dollar Tree. I'm depressed.
And the weird thing is, Zeta is like, wait, how come they're not terrified? When the thing is destroyed. How would you react if a giant monument is somehow destroyed? Like a landmark, it's just destroyed. Would they be, one of the things would be shock and fear, if they're right next to it or how in it. But if they're far away, they're like, what the heck's going on? They're like in the distance, shock, natural. But no, Zeta apparently needs to be villainy, I guess. So after that debacle, the team basically go into the yellow submarine. Yes, I'm not kidding. There is a yellow submarine in there, and they go to Eagle Island, accordingly. And then we're introduced to Gary, all these inventions, and why is Silver even there if we have an inventor on the team? Again, to reiterate that, because apparently the movie just forgets about Gary as soon as he's introduced. Literally, this character doesn't do anything outside of just being there for the butt of jokes, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But then, there were some great inventions like pig snot.
Pigs already have snot. Every single creature has snot.
Apparently, it's what they call fire detergent. That's their fire
really
detergent.
Weird.
But hey, that's sort of been the equivalent of say, hey, we need the hose. Oh, you want this long straw? That's what it's sounding to me. And then we go back to the hatchling thing, where the worst scene in the movie happens. When I first saw it, thanks to my friend Ignite, shout out, I was disgusted. I was furiously disgusted by it. And it was inflation in a kid's movie. Shaking my head right now. But so then have some shenanigans, whoop-de-boo. The team go to Eagle Island, and then now all of a sudden Mighty Eagle's like, I can't do it. Zeta was my fiance. I'm a coward. And here's the thing, this scene, I've summarized all that. Here's the thing, this scene that I mentioned should have explored Mighty Eagle's character a little bit. It should have, seen Mighty Eagle as this character, that has flaws. But here's the thing, they treat Mighty Eagle like a joke in the second movie, which I don't know how they did it, but they did. They treated him like a joke.
They treated him like a piece of garbage.
And the worst thing about it is that when he's telling this emotional scene, this is like a giant shocker, in the movie, it's supposed to be, it's like, oh my God, that happened, that happened. And then Courtney, another piece of crap character in the movie, says Beyonce.
Really, you had to mention Hollywood in an Angry Birds movie.
I mean, they did mention dabbing, and later on, baby shark, do 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 do, and my life, do 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 do. So then the team basically observes, and Mighty Eagle flees. No, wait. Mighty Eagle flees, and, it's like, yeah, we didn't need your help. Hatchling shenanigans happen. Then the team try to get in, and the group the group decided to make a giant Big Bird-like costume without Red even giving a single thought into it.
But Silver had it because everyone loves Silver, am I right?
And yeah, I think we should probably mention why Red's acting like a complete, acting wrong in this. They try to have this arc where it's like Red is like, hey, it's like he has like this ego complex. And I will say it is consistent, I guess, because, after you do save the world, you do get a bit of a head, airheaded. But at the same time, it's like this is really ruining Red's character. He never acted like that in the first movie. He never acted like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the dealio is, but yeah, let's move on with my life. So then Red has another all by myself moment, which somehow it's more like a joke than the other one, since apparently Harvey's like, I'm stealing your friends. I mean, that kind of thing. But yeah, and then after that happens, Red's like, you know what? Screw you guys, I'm going home. And not exactly like that, but it got that vibe to me. But no, what he actually does is that he's like, you know what? Screw you guys, I'm going up another way. It's like he tries to climb the mountain, more of a direct way. And then Silver follows because, Mary Sue and all. And then Silver's constantly telling him, hey, you want to mention your feelings? And Red's are probably like, why should I talk about my feelings? We're in the middle of a mission. We're in the middle of a mission here, sister. So, yeah. And then they reach to the top. They basically go down. And Red's plan is, foiled by basically Harambe, like Eagle Harambe. And then they get captured. Meanwhile, the colorful cast of characters disguised as Big Bird and basically get in thanks in part to the incompetence of both Zane from the Ninjago movie and Blackguard from the Suicide Squad. Yeah, they're in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, they are.
Okay, your turn.
All right. So after that, let's go back to fucking Chuck, Bomb, and freaking who else? I don't know. People who I don't care about. So they go in an admittedly pretty funny scene where they have to pretend like they're in a bathroom, or they have to pretend like they're in a bathroom, and they have to pretend like they're taking a piss, and Chuck just takes it to the next level, if you know what I mean. And like, I'm actually surprised the guard didn't notice them.
Hey, fellow Eagle, why do you have an orange pee-pee?
The world may never know. It's kind of like that one joke from that Tootsie Pop commercial.
Yeah, I know.
I made it funny. Okay, so after that, they have to do the generic split up team thing. And meanwhile, we cut back to Red and Silver. Red sees that we gotta pull the plug on this thing, literally, and and Silver tries to pull him down to pull the plug on the machine thingy, so Zeta can fucking grab the Infinity Stones and destroy the land. I'm just making this sound more interesting than it actually is.
It's really kind of pathetic since they made an Endgame reference and Zeta was replaced with Thanos. But yeah, moving on.
Yeah, sorry, but anyways, so after that, a bomb has to be the funny guy and makes the best part of the movie. The only legitimately good thing about it is when he does this. I'm gonna take him out. I'm gonna take him out. And then he literally takes the Eagles out to the bar. And that literally was the one joke. The one joke where I actually laughed.
My parents actually laughed at that joke when we went to the movie. Like, no kidding. My parents actually laughed at that when that happened. It's like, that's genius. Why aren't the jokes in the movie, subpar to that? But then the moment is ruined by Baby Shark, do 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 do, and my life, do 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 do, and my life, do 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 do.
You
Kill
were
me
so
now.
close to actually making it, good. No, it's just freaking, I care, blah, 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 nah. Baby shark, do 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 do. This is a meme, do 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 do. Kill me, do 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 do. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna get to the next part, and that part being where we see Leonard, useless character and character everyone loves for some goddamn reason, trying to disable the thingy with haha funny
Wait,
jokes.
No. We're forgetting an important thing.
And that would be
Silver and Red are captured by Zeta, and Zeta literally says their plan, and then Red gets PTSD after something Zeta says. And then
when
Zeta
did
goes
Red ever have PTSD?
Well, not PTSD. He was like, Zeta's like, you should have evacuated all these people, even though you put them in the line. And then he's like, my God. And all that stuff. And then immediately after that, before that amazing joke, they go through this kind of weird dance battle between Big Bird and David Dobrik. And then they get the key, they leave, even though none of the other Eagle Guards suspect that it was a fake for some reason, but I don't know, plot, I guess. And then while Zeta's doing like the big bad speech, making all the ice puns, like as if we needed any more puns. The team rescues Silver and Red, and then Red's like, "Hey, I've been acting like a total dick. I'm giving it to Silver because females are better than males. Am I right, Hawkeye?"
Mm-hmm. What?
And then through Silver's precise, accurate precision, the plan is going smoothly.
Cause get it?
It's
No
a
one
thing.
likes red, but everyone likes silver.
Yeah. Then all that stuff happens. And then they find out that the prisoners escaped. And then they do the plan, which involves red and silver being in a giant ice ball. How's that work? Like, shouldn't the ball be frozen inside or something? I don't know. It's a freaking cartoon. And then they have to go through specific miles per hour to reach it. It's 55 miles per hour. It's Marty, we have to reach 55 miles per hour before we can launch this round. Well, the dog, I don't oh, jeez, I don't think. Just do it, Marty. Do it for plot. So, yeah. And then, things happen. And then eventually they get caught because Silver's plan failed. The one time that actually happened, and I felt joy within my soul. And then Zeta's like, ha, you lose, I win, and all that stuff. And then Mighty Eagle just comes down like a freaking angel. It's oh, I'm Mighty Eagle.
No, it's like Mighty Eagle taking a shower, and then he's like, mighty. Wait, where am I going? Oh, you saw nothing. That's what I think.
And then what happens then is that Mighty Eagle tries to plead with Zeta since they want to fix the relationship. And then Zeta's like, I'm not going back to you, you manipulative and all that, kind of stuff. And then the bombshell happens. Zeta reveals to Mighty Eagle, or should I say, Ethan, dum dum dum, that Debbie, a forgettable henchman character, is their daughter. Bum bum. What is this?
Bullshit. What is this bullshit? It doesn't even make any goddamn sense canonically. What the fuck?
And then, by the way, while that's happening, they decide to use Flex String. Silverbird here with this planet Flex String, the super strong natural way of lifting heavy objects with just a string. I wanted to make a joke like that so long.
Well, good for you. You finally made it.
And then the worst thing in the movie happens. So Zeta launches the balls. Yes, thank you, other Kyle, for reassuring the balls. Don't make that sound weird for all the audiences. But basically,
Taking your time.
what happens is that the hatchlings and the piglets come in and basically destroy the machine because apparently they're superior than everybody else. The machine's destroyed. Zeta and Mighty Eagle get married. Red and Silver are in a relationship. Yada yada yada. Movie over.
This movie was a train wreck.
It's absolute garbage.
Mm-hmm. You said
Yeah.
it, other roommate.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's absolute garbage.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't care if it, has anything to do with the source material. I just judge it as a movie. And when I see it, it's just a bad movie. Both by sequel standards and video game standards. Or even animated movie standards. All of it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And this actually makes a good point. I made a good point. It's the Sonic the Hedgehog movie 2 is better than the Angry Birds movie 2 by a long shot, since the second one, second Sonic actually manages to continue the story. It seems to continue on with the personalities of the characters from that first movie. And guess what? And I said this before, it respects the source material. That's the thing that makes the second movie unbearable to me. The fact that it's not faithful to the source material. A lot of things change within that one, and yeah, there's this thing where it's like people are like, "You can't accept change. Why can't you just grow up on your man cave?" or something like that. But it's like, here's the thing though: if you have, if you have all this stuff like, if you have like, all this stuff which does all these like changes, and it's like it could be cool, but at the same time, it's the execution that I really want to look for. And the second movie really hasn't shown me much of the execution point, because all these ideas, while they're good on paper, are just bad in execution.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's our a little 2 cents about that. This actually felt good.
Mm-hmm.
Space Red, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, I didn't want to assume you were dead.
I'm not dead.
Yeah, but anyways. Yeah, so overall, the Angry Birds Movie 2 to me is a 3 out of 10.
I would give it a 2. Anyway, I think we should end the stream since I think I should go.
Yeah, same.
So I will see you later. So
So, yeah,
goodbye.
bye, and
Bye.
thank you for this live stream.